Hey everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to recreate a look that you guys really liked. Usually when I do a makeup look that I'm not really trying for it to be to be super cute, just putting it on, it always ends up cuter than the looks that I truly plan to make it look some type of way. It never turns out the way I want. But nonetheless, you guys really did like this look, and this is, I will consider, a fam fave. I don't know what to call you guys yet, if I should call you guys anything, but you're currently all my family, so this is the fam fave look that you guys liked a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and recreate that look for you today. So if you're interested in seeing how I'm going to recreate this look, by all means stay tuned. But before you get all cozy, there is a subscribe button that's located right here. Alongside of it is a notification bell. You want to make sure that you click both of those because I'm sure you don't want to miss another video from your girl. Gotta stay with it. Your girl is pretty regular. Not on the days that I said I'm gonna post, but I'm working on it. I am posting weekly though. So by all means, go ahead. They're right there. Click it. Woo! So of course, to speed things up, I started to do my right eye. Now I did do things a little bit differently because when I had initially did this look, it was the first time I was using this palette and I didn't know how everything was going to work. I want to say that even in that picture, I had some boo-boos because the fallout was a little ridiculous, but of course I didn't know like how the palette was going to perform, so I was just fooling with colors. So I took some colors out, and it's more wearable because my cut crease was a little higher in that particular photo. So nonetheless, still the same palette. I think I just took one color out that I used before. So to create this look, but before I move on to what palette I'm using, I did my brows. I'm using the same products I did my brows, concealer, and all that good jazz. So for my brows, I'm using the L.A. Girl Brow Pomade in Soft Black. And for my concealer, I know there's a lot of issues with Too Faced right now, but they also had a sale at Sephora before all the foolery happened with Nikki Tutorials. So I have it and I'm going to use it until I run out. I'm just being honest, it's the concealer that I'm currently using. To sculpt my brows, I did use the Too Faced Chestnut Concealer. This one's empty, but I do have more because again, it was on sale. I want to say like right after the holidays, and I did buy a few bottles, so I'm going to use it until it's gone. Anywho, and to sculpt the top part of my brow, I use the Makiage foundation, which is the foundation I did use in the initial photo and in that video. So, moving on. So, the palette that I'm using is the L.A. Girl Hot Heat eyeshadow palette. So, the palette looks like this, and there is a sheet that has the names on it, that plastic annoying thing. The names of the shadows are on it. It just flew off and I don't know where it is, but I mean the shades that I'm using, I mean it's obvious. Like, I'm just gonna point to the ones I'm using. They're the blues, the golds in this palette. So I got this palette at Ulta during the summertime, and I really didn't play with it until I did that video. You can actually find this palette at your nearest CVS or on the LA Girl website itself. I think I paid $18, $17, $18 for it. They no longer have it at Ulta, but they do carry LA Girl products at Ulta, and they may have some newer palettes there that isn't this, but again, you can find LA Girl and actually this palette itself at your local CVS. Let's move on with the look. So in my crease, I'm using this deep teal bluish green. Now this shade does have some shimmer. It's like a matte. You can see, I don't know if you could tell on camera, but it does have a sheen to it. So it's not completely matte, but doable. I don't know. I should have done this. I should have did this eye versus this one. And I'm just placing that color in my crease. And it's extremely, I mean, it's a beautiful shade. The pigmentation in this palette is phenomenal for it to be only $17, $18. Of course, I'm gonna leave the links down in the description. And I want to say for that video that I did when I did the makeup release video wearing this look, I want to say at that time I left the links to the products I used. So once I placed my shadow in the crease, I'm just moving my brush upwards. And to cut my crease, I'm using the Mima Mitchell Acid Rain paint in Nitro. Listen, these paints are so bomb. You can wear them by itself, or you put an eyeshadow on top of it, which I did. And this is like a teal color. I hope they expand their shade ranges because these things are ridiculously beautiful. And I'm going to go above what is considered a normal cut crease, just slightly above my crease. Okay, so now that you have that down, and I did have an eyeshadow base that I put on prior to putting on my eyeshadow, and it is the Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. You guys know that I have to put a clear primer, translucent primer on before I do the whole shebang. So I did use this, and for my face primer today, I actually used a drugstore primer, and it is the Rimmel London Stay Matte Primer. I just have things in my collection that I'm just trying to use up. I have never used this on my everyday, but I have used it here on the channel and never had any serious issues with it. But I don't want to say, oh, you know, if you want a good drugstore eyeshadow primer, try this. One day I'll go ahead and give it a go all day so I can actually tell you guys if it's a good drugstore primer. But as of right now, I'm just letting you know this is what I use today. And I set my face with the Laura powder. You know who that is. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with this shade right here in my outer corner and then just bring that color in. And now I'm going to go in with this shimmer shade, this dark teal right here. Or, I mean, it has like a dual chrome. It's like a blue, green, purplish kind of shade. It kind of shifts just a smidgen. It's beautiful. Now, this shimmer shade is chunky, but she's pretty, honey. Look at her. Ooh, she's nice. She is chunky, so you're going to get a little bit of fallout, and it lifts a little bit in the pan. And so now I'm going to go in with this gold shade right here. And I'm sorry, the names, it was on this palette, and it flew off. But the colors are obvious. Like, if you decide to ever get this palette, it's obvious. Like, there's no mistaking what shades I used, you know what I mean? And even though I have a blue base, a bluish green base, I'm still laying this gold right on top of it. And the gold is chunky too, but she's pretty. These shades do blend well. There's a grizzly that's asleep in my living room. You might hear it because this mic picks up everything. Y'all can hear airplanes. Y'all probably hear the grizzly that's snoring in my living room. Knowing that I'm recording, decides to take a damn nap in the living room. I'm going to take this blue right here, and put it in my inner corner. I don't know why I'm going to put it now, but I will refreshen this shade if necessary, which I'm sure I will have to. You will have a little bit of fallout. Okay, and for my foundation, I will be using the L Makiage Woke Up Like This Flawless Base Foundation in the shade 220. I'm sorry, this brush isn't isn't clean. A lot of people didn't like this shade on me, but this is the shade that I used in that picture, and I feel like it, it did all right. It didn't. I think it's just super neutral. Okay, I'm gonna put my concealer on. I mentioned it earlier, which concealer I'm using. I just don't want to give any free advertisement to that particular company, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my concealer on. I'm also gonna go ahead and just set it just to save on time. To set my concealer, I will be using the Fenty Pro, the Pro Filter um, Mini Instant Retouch Setting Powder in Honey. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just set under my eyes. I'm not sure if I had the Laura powder when I created that look. I don't think I did. Not really sure. So I'm gonna go back with my Lancome powder because I think that I might have used it at that time. I didn't type this in. I kind of just typed the stuff that I used for the very first time. But nonetheless, we're gonna put this all over. Yeah, she's a little. She's redder than the Laura powder. The Laura. And for my bronzer, I'm going to use a mixture of my Sephora Pro palette and my Fenty Mocha Mami. So with the Mocha Mami, I'm just going to focus right here, like on my cheeks, because it's more of like a brush. A blush. And then I'm going to go in with a Jet Setter and do like my forehead. Do my forehead. And then I'm going to go in with Epic for my contour. I realized after I did my eyes, I didn't name any of my brushes. I will next video, guys. Sorry. And for my blush, I'm going to use a mixture of Premier and After Party. And for my highlighter, I'm going in with my Kiss Pro Touch Glow Bronze Powder in medium. The best $7 I ever spent. This highlighter is so dope. I don't know if it's limited edition though. I got this from my beauty supply store. I know it's highlighting some texture, but guess what? Me not care. And for the eyes, I'm going in with this eyeliner. It is the Maybelline Tattoo Studio and Deep Onyx. This is the only eyeliner I use, and for whatever reason, I can never remember the name. And get your tight line. Oh, and I didn't finish this. Lord. So in my outer corner, I'm gonna go in with this kind of smoky grayish black. It's not a black, but it's like a, I mean, I guess it's supposed to be a black, but it's not an uber dark black, but it will deepen it. So I did it on this side. Clearly forgot to do it on that side. And you gotta tap off because there is fallout. And then I'm gonna go in with the dark teal. Make sure you tap, because it does. It's crazy fallout. And you just want to blend the shades together. It's the only thing. This thing has fallout, and it's there now. And I should have known a little bit better and to just put some additional powder. And you may want to also just do this process before you put on your foundation. Okay. And then I'm gonna go in with the black. Just kind of stay here in the outer corner. And I'm just tapping, like I'm not even trying to go back and forth because of the fallout, even though I tapped in my brush. As you can see, these eyeshadows are highly pigmented, so you're gonna get some fallout. Like, it's not a deal breaker for me, but in this case, it's like a smidgen on the annoying side. So for my lashes, I'm going to put on Kiki from Dulzura Cosmetics. So I'm gonna go slap these lashes on, and I'll be right back. These lashes are so fly. Oh yes. So listen, usually this would be the time I let my hair down, but it's time to wash this thing. So it's gonna stay right up there. It was wash day the day that I created the look originally. So there's that. So for my lips, I did use two different liners. I used the L.A Girl, this is the eyeliner, L.A Girl Gel eyeliner in brown, and the Colourpop BB, is it in BB? Is BFF4 from the Shayla and Colourpop collab. So I'm going to do the L.A Girl first. I don't even think this is how I did it, but let's go with it. Okay, now I'm going in with BFF. And I'm going to use the MAC, God, Grand Illusion. These prints are so small. The Grand Illusion lip gloss in Let's Rock. And this is so pretty. Like, I don't know what you can see, but it has like a pink, green, like bronzy hue. All right, let's spray down. So this is the final look. So, I mean, I wasn't really reviewing anything, I was just recreating this look. So if you guys are interested in trying this cutie pie right here, the LA Girl Hot Hot Heat. Again, this came out during the summertime. Again, you can find it at CVS or the lagirl.com website. And yeah, like there was nothing. I really wasn't reviewing any of the products. I've tried everything here before. I like everything that I have tried. The Dulzura Cosmetics is the only thing that was new to this whole look that I'm doing here. And if you haven't checked them out, definitely check out their lashes. Their lashes are absolutely beautiful. They always have a sale going on. I don't know if the year 2020 code is still working, but I will definitely, look to see whether or not it's working and definitely put that down in the description box or in the comment section so you guys can see. But yeah, everything else I absolutely adore. I love so much. So I just wanted to recreate this look because you guys really liked it. So if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, let me know down in the comment section what you think. Are you going to try any of the products that I use today? Have you tried any of the products that I use today? I will be doing more looks with this palette. I also have another LA Girl palette that I'm going to use either on the channel or on my Instagram. I'm going to try to get a little bit more involved on my Instagram as far as makeup looks and use products over there that really isn't talked about. So kind of reintroduce to, the beauty community. I told you this year, in the year 2020, I am not going to do a whole bunch of purchasing because I'm just not. I'm not. You're going to have to blow me away this year. So far, I've done really well. The only thing I will say that I'm going to end up getting is I still haven't gotten the Patricia Bryant collab with Makeup Revolution. I definitely want to get those palettes just because I want to support Patricia Bryant. But other than that, I haven't, not really interested in anything. I'm just going to re-up on the stuff that I normally use. But other than that, we're doing the bare minimum over here. So if you want to connect with your girl on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. And if you want to follow my second Instagram page, that is Beauty from the Inside Out 365, where I'm doing my weight loss stuff over there. I'm going to get back into all of that actually this week. But go over there. Just follow me. We're going to do some things. We're going to do some things. And I will definitely catch you all in the next. Bye. Llegó la mami que todo desespera, te deja boca abierta cuando esta negra llega.